Hi everyone, this is Piotr Kieszkowski from the aquarium television Definite Aquascape TV, and this is the fourth part of presentation of JBL's products displayed at InterZoo 2014 fair. Today we will discuss some JBL's equipment for CO2 fertilization.
So, what I was telling you, you can pretty much see here from the yeast-based type of systems. Depending what sort of size tank you've got, obviously you may want to go for as much as 160 litre type or 80 litres. You've got some that can be refilled, that come with little neat diffusers, or you can get the eco versions, which will be obviously more affordable on day one, but you will have to change your system more regularly.
Alright.
So, I mean, from left to right, I don't want your viewers to go from left to right too much, but you can see all the other systems on the left-hand side. The duo which we just mentioned, you can see that
it looks like Mickey Mouse.
I mean, a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, I'd never thought of it like that. But you can fine-tune how much you want on the left and on the right. So, you know, now it's something that not everyone will need, but of course it's been asked for quite a few years, so I'm quite pleased that we've got it. And this system will fit on refillable as well as disposable. You just have to unscrew a nut if it's from one system to the other. That's the great thing about this system. You don't have to stick with one. If you decide, okay, disposable, I'm not so keen now, I found a place that will refill my bottle, then I just have to change it, and it's perfectly adapted. And obviously for people that have got very, very small tanks, you can start with a very, very small type of system. But of course, if you want to go to the extreme opposite, you can go to 1003 system, which has got a 2 kilogram bottle. So from 95 grams of CO2 to 2 kilograms. In this case, it does come with the computer as well, so the price range will be quite different.
Yeah.
But the other ones that you could not see in the previous shots are here. So that would be your disposables. All starting with a U. So 401, I mean, they all work in the same sort of principle. 401 doesn't come with a solenoid. 402 does come with a solenoid. 403, which I think we've got here, there you are, comes with a computer as well. So again, the price changes every time. But I think people sometimes look at price and they don't realize what actually comes within. There is a very small change happening as we speak. I don't think you should be moving. I will be getting it for you. The bubble counter has been changed, and it's a little bit more trendy, let's call it, neater, and it's certainly a lot more durable. So that's an improvement as well. But you don't see it in this system because it's a box we already had made with the previous package. But you can see what comes with it is fertilizer, daily fertilizer, CO2 permanent test.
This one. So it changes color depending on the concentration of CO2 in water?
Correct, correct. And on the left hand side you can see what the computer looks like, and it might look a little bit difficult to tackle, but literally you just have to, it tells you what to do. You really don't have to even read the manual, which of course as a manufacturer I should tell you to read, but the first one I never had to. It's very simple.
Okay.
So it's not scary, it actually is really simple. But on the right hand side, the extreme opposite, the yeast-based, the refillable yeast-based ones, they're very simple as well. What's quite novel to this system is you've got what we call a thermal reactor, so you can actually either glue it to the side of the tank or at the back, or just put it against it, and that keeps the temperature constant, which means, of course, normally the weakness of this, those type of systems, if you've got yeast, it's a temperature reaction, and if you, well, if you live in a place, you'll know that from morning to the afternoon, especially in winter, you may get very different temperatures if your central heating comes on. So that enables you to keep the temperature that the tank water is at. So if you've got a heater, it's going to be very constant, which means your diffusion is going to be constant as well. If you had as much as 4, 5, 6 degrees difference between the day and during the night, of course, if the warmer it is, the faster your bubbles will be released, but the colder it is, the more likely it is going to stop producing. When it stopped producing, you would get blockages in the pipe, and then people would come back and say, well, your system only worked 2 days. This is very expensive. I'm not happy with this. And on average, we should work 40 days. At ambient temperature, let's call it. Of course, if you live in a country that's and you don't have air conditioning, if you're in the 40s, it will go much faster.
Yes.
But on average, it's as I said, it's 40 days, and somebody did actually a PhD, and the amount per sachet allows you to produce 97 point something grams of CO2. So it's a lot of CO2 being released. You don't want it all in one go, quite clearly.
So this one is more for prevent the changes in the temperature of
Correct.
the reagent.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
As long as your tank itself is not subject to temperature changes, that works. So if you've got a heater, then quite clearly you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, to summarize, I mean, there's not one system that will do everything for everyone. So of course you've got to actually choose, have a think about what type of tank you want to set up, and then you can choose what type of CO2 you need, whether you will be needing the heating cables, whether you will be needing something for 200 liters, or whether it's 80. If it's 1000, quite clearly you'll probably be better with a bigger system. So the amount of CO2 that needs to be released, the explanation I've just given, they're available in this leaflet, but it's available in English. This one is German. But for those that don't go to shops regularly, you can actually download it from our website. So there's lots of help you can get from them. And that's one you can download, so no problem at all.
Okay guys, so this was JBL's equipment for CO2 fertilization. In the next video we will see some macro and micro element fertilizers, as well as various new aquarium plant soils manufactured by JBL. So stay tuned, subscribe, and see you soon.